Well, hello and welcome to everybody who's tuning in from around the world. I'm sure that you can sense a very different feeling in atmosphere and ambience around the ground, certainly by comparison with what we've seen before in this year's competition. Gone now are second chances, points and tables, that sort of thing confined to the group stage. From this point on, nothing other than a win suffices. The mood here is expectant and nervous. Nelson's Arena here is a remarkable stadium in many ways. It features a retractable pitch, a retractable roof, definitely one of the most modern arenas around. Well, there's a perceptible change in mindset here, both in terms of crowd and players.
Well, Peter, knockout competitions require knockout mindsets. There has to be a more dynamic edge to the whole approach, whether from going ahead or replying to going behind. This is when the adventure kicks in, and you have to be mentally prepared for a more intense pressure.
So off we go then. He goes along. Nani! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Massive lead! Oh, it's there!
Listen, it's a great start, but we've seen teams surprise themselves with early goals before and sit back. They've got to avoid that.
Just so calm under pressure.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, registering that crucial first goal has now given them more incentive and motivation to take this on.
Gets it back, tries to get it forward quickly. Nice touch. More. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Going for goal! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well played, he saw that coming. And the counter is on. Plays it out to the wing. And help's available out wide. That intervention was very necessary. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Shot a goal!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. Forward it goes. And it's got through. Chance to break. He's got away. A chance! Turns and goes back. And the first 45 minutes are up. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, and one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent day that tonight.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So off we go once more.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free flow.
Nani! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Well, they scored their first goal from a corner. What about now? In with a header! That's a half-decent try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Hoists it forward. There's the through ball. Has a pop! There's a goal! And the second half is off to a flyer. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, look, Peter, who knows what's about to happen from here? I doubt this will be the final score, though.
Tries a shot! Just brushed off the ball there. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Oh, shooting chance! We've got a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And it's played forward, and that's been won straight back. Rodriguez. Now a chance to break. Tries lifting it over. Oh, good interception. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Big chance to get at them. Goes long. Dinked in.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Now the counter. Out to the left it goes. Rapidly approaching the end.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Has a goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. There will be 4 extra minutes. A heavy challenge. Oh, they could break here. That's it. They are out. That is the danger of knockout football. No second chances. It is over. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
It's actually difficult, Peter, to determine exactly what went wrong. The teamwork and spirit just didn't seem to be right.
Well, hello and welcome to everybody who's tuning in from around the world. I'm sure that you can sense a very different feeling in atmosphere and ambience around the ground, certainly by comparison with what we've seen before in this year's competition. Our second chances, points and tables, that sort of thing confined to the group stage. From this point on, nothing other than a win suffices. The mood here is expectant and nervous. This, of course, the Saitama Stadium, looking so intimidating with the crowd close to the pitch, so much like classic European stadia. Well, this is a noisier occasion all round. Everybody, Jim, knows what's at stake here.
Well, Peter, knockout competitions require knockout mindsets. There has to be a more dynamic edge to the whole approach, whether from going ahead or replying to going behind. This is when the adventure kicks in, and you have to be mentally prepared for a more intense pressure.
Well, we're on the way. Goes long. He's through the middle. Shot a goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Mariano tries to switch the play. Hoists it forward. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Oh, good ball. Cut out in the nick of time. That's gone a long way up and away. Over to the left. Quick glance at goal. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Keeper's ball. Tries to get it forward quickly. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Neither side yet able to find the net. Looks to clip it forward. And it's played forward. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
That is just the top drawer finish. He was always in control and couldn't have placed it any better.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
I think they've gone about their business with the opener very much in mind, and this augurs well now.
Forward it goes. Gets it back. This is gone, that's a foul. Well played, he saw that coming. He's got away. Goes down, but nothing given. It's being played forward. And the half-time whistle goes. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
So off we go once more.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough risk-taking to get this match turned around. It's very doable.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Gets it upfield. Forlan. Just brushed off the ball there. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's got options out wide. He's gone for it!
Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Just about up to the hour now. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He heaves it forward.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
No, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. It's going to be a double change then. And help's available out wide. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Hoists it forward. How about a... Has a hit! Oh, it's got in! Do not write them off. Back they come.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, extra time looms now, but that leveller creates great impetus, and they've got to fancy their chances of pinching victory from what looked like the jaws of defeat.
Played out to the right. He's had a goal! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it!
And looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Looking, hits one! There it is! Dying minutes, and we're all square again!
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
So, 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Yeah, and it's been a contest between two sides that were evenly matched on the day. Neither deserves to be on the losing side.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra. Goes for goal! Oh, he's managed to miss it.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
And it's played forward. Good ball. Chance to break. Dinks one in. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And that's it for the first half of extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
We're off for the final time. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. Forward it goes. Plays it out to the flank. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Gets the better of his man. Going for goal! Here's the chance to cross. Chance to shoot! The whistle has gone, the end of 120 minutes football. So we are still all square, but you have to say how different things might have been.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
120 minutes of action have taken their toll, but have proved inconclusive, and now this is it. Right on the edge. Feel the moment. So, the first penalty. Oh, remarkable start. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
From one behind.
Oh, that was a great strike. He just gave the keeper absolutely no chance.
So, the second man in line. And the keeper's come up trumps.
I think the keeper's done really well to save that, and he deserves a pat on the back from his teammates.
Oh, what a save!
That's a lovely stop from the keeper. He's done his teammates proud with that one.
The third man in the queue. Terrific penalty, unsavable.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Well, he strolled up and struck that with great confidence. That's a superb spot kick.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty. Off the post!
Oh, we're talking inches. Such are the fine margins.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. Saved! And there's your hero! Victory in round one. Still plenty to do, of course, but one huge step forwards. Your reflections then, Jim?
Look, it's knockout football, and ultimately you win is what counts, and they seem to be able to adapt to whatever's required to make good progress. A team to keep an eye on, I think.
Well, all observers are agreed on this. It is the point where the competition gets really serious. Top teams now fielding their best available lineups in front of big crowds. A lot of noise, great expectation, and the sense that the possibility of silverware is at hand. This is a big chance. A monumental, a fabulously impressive arena. It stands out amongst its contemporaries in this part of the world. So this is where we're up to in the quarter-finals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
All the 8 sides still left here are perfectly entitled to think they have a good shot at this, Peter. It is quite an atmosphere here, and that's clearly raised the bar in terms of expectations from the crowd. They genuinely think, or certainly the feel is, that they'll get to see the game of the tournament.
There's the whistle. Looks to clip it forward. Managed to get it away. It's a good foot in there. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. It's come loose. That'll be a corner. albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Gets it back. Has he found his man? Cuts it out. And it's played forward. Who's ball? Who's going to get that? Ball's out on the left now. Can he dig out a shot? He's pinged one through here. Now, can he capitalise? Has a hit!
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. He's made sure that that won't get through. Well positioned to make that interception, dashing forward at pace. Hoists it forward. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And the whistle goes for half-time.
There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Here we go again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And here's the chance to counter. Plays a clever pass. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. That's offside. Yes, it is. So here comes a substitution. Neither side really getting hold of the ball. Shapes to shoot! Schöner. And now the breakaway. Hoists it high.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was. This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Pinged forward. Well, that's where he wants it. Gets into some space. Goes for the cross. Oh, really good feet from him.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And the shot!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Well, it is a narrow lead, but they are clinging on to it right now. Now just moments away from a semi-final place. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Out towards the flank. And that's that. And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Oh, the result matters more than the performance. This team can grind and keep grinding.
So we're down to the last 8. The competition, you sense, rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Well, there is a perceptibly greater sense of urgency from both sides here, with a place in the last 4 on the line.
All the 8 sides still left here are perfectly entitled to think they have a good shot at this, Peter. It is quite an atmosphere here, and that's clearly raised the bar in terms of expectations from the crowd. They genuinely think, or certainly the feel is, that they'll get to see the game of the tournament.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next?
Bernie.
And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
The chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Tries to get it forward quickly. Mariano. And the ball's come out! So it is still 0-0. And that's sprayed out wide. A heavy challenge. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
hoists it forward. Now has a hit! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
In for a header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Pedro. And it's played forward. And out to safety. Pedro. Well, try as they might, they just couldn't get into an attacking area. Tries lifting it over. Going, hits one! Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. And the half-time whistle goes.
So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals.
Goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
Mariano.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
And help's available out wide. Gets the better of his man. Well read, he sorted that out. And they can counter here. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
That'll be a throw-in. Pumps it into the area. Cut out in the nick of time. Good ball, it's big chance! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Sticks in a foot to win it back. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Tries to stroke it through.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
That'll be a throw.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
What a throw in. Aimed in towards the centre. And a shot!
Oh, what about that? And that might well be that!
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy the best of...
And there goes the final whistle. So now do you believe? You have to. Just 2 more steps to glory. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
Well, all observers are agreed on this. It is the point where the competition gets really serious. Top teams now fielding their best available lineups in front of big crowds. A lot of noise, great expectation, and the sense that the possibility of silverware is at hand. This is a big chance. We're with you from the Maracanã that has for so long been Rio's leading world-class venue. So this is where we're up to in the quarterfinals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today, and one side will obviously do it that bit better.
So we're up and running. He's got away. Shapes to shoot! They score!
And what a great way to start the game, to spark the game. I mean, the captain has basically triggered a contest that should be even livelier than we anticipated. Get your seatbelts on. This could be rather exciting.
He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great coaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. And here's the chance to counter. Well, that is rather wayward.
Well, he's clearly not the only one who can't believe he didn't put it away. I think he's going to take some ribbon for that.
Forward it goes. Hoists it forward. And that's been won straight back. Just brushed off the ball there. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Approaching half-time and still behind. They make something happen now. And it's played forward. Looks to clip it forward. Quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. And the half-time whistle goes. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. There's the whistle then to start the second half. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Tries to get it forward quickly. Cut out in the nick of time. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey. Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Hoists it forward.
Gabby. Pepe.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Shot a goal!
Cross deflected behind for a corner. Ball, who's going to get there? A chance, has a goal! There's a goal! And they're back in front.
So we have a breakthrough. Now, how will things develop from here?
Looks to dink one in. Gets it upfield.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. There's going to be another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Can't get the better of his opposite number.
He's got options out wide. Lovely feet.
Plenty waiting in the middle. Turns and goes back.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Finds himself eased off the ball.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
Cleared away. Gets into some space. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's it. They are out. Quarter-final and bust. Last 8 pretty good, but hopes for anything better are dashed. They are out. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, this will be hard to take, but they've gone down in fighting spirit, and that can be a slight consolation for them.
Well, all observers are agreed on this. It is the point where the competition gets really serious. Top teams now fielding their best available lineups in front of big crowds. A lot of noise, great expectation, and the sense that the possibility of silverware is at hand. This is a big chance. This is a distinctively southern European feeling stadium, a venue right on the banks of the river. Well, there is a perceptibly greater sense of urgency from both sides here, with a place in the last four on the line.
All the 8 sides still left here are perfectly entitled to think they have a good shot at this, Peter. It is quite an atmosphere here, and that's clearly raised the bar in terms of expectations from the crowd. They genuinely think, or certainly the feel is, that they'll get to see the game of the tournament.
And we're underway. Looks to clip it forward. Goalkeeper's ball. And the counter is on. Plays it out to the wing. Gets it back. Space to get it forward quickly. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Chance to break.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Hoists it forward. Approaching the half-hour mark. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. A real chance to break. Plays it out to the flank. Back into the middle. Looking to... goes for goal! It just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
And it's played forward. Maxi Rodriguez. Over to the left. Battles to win it back. We hit half-time.
Both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means.
That's the first half compared with your expectation.
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we are already promptly back. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Brings it forward. Defenders on the back foot. Good ball. Has a hit! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes work ultra sharp.
Chance! Looking to break out here. he's gone for it! Oh, that is rather wayward.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Forward it goes. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Out towards the flank. Can't get the better of his opposite number. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. And they can counter here. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's pinged one through here. And he's there to cut it out. So here comes a substitution. Well, the referee's seen the board, and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. And that has been cleared. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
He's made sure that that won't get through. So not long left in this now. Extra time is imminent, unless something dramatic happens now.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Now the counter, and he's shown he's had a go! Lovely bit of skill. Shooting chance! And that could so easily have gone in. It didn't, and the 90 minutes are up.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. Into extra time we go. He goes long. And the defence can get it clear. Could move up a gear here. Played into space out wide. Keeper's got good distance on that. That's a throw. Sanchez sticks in a foot to win it back. Extra time reaches half-time. You have to accept that penalties are now a realistic possibility. I think neither side is settling for that, given what a lottery penalties can be. The players are evidently tired, and it may come to that. And if you're just back, the action is back underway already. It's been cagey for this long. Will the last 15 minutes be any different? Now chance! Oh, it's in! Save the best for last! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
And the weighted pass.
Hoists it forward. Sanchez. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? He's left his man. Big chance! It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. That's it. They are out. Quarter-final and bust. Last 8 pretty good, but hopes for anything better are dashed. They are out. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, it's the end of an adventure that will have taught them a great deal about how to handle these games in the future. If losing does make you stronger, they'll certainly be back.
Well, welcome to you and to our coverage of semi-final day. It has to be said, we have an atmosphere here that is really buzzing. Both teams terrifically well represented, fans hopeful, expectant. As well they might be, there is no shortage of belief on either side that it will be their team at the expense of the other, their team alone, which will be lifting the trophy come the final. Some beautiful scenes here inside the Mineral. It certainly retains all of its original character despite all of the modernisations and modifications of recent times. It is extraordinary to think we've already reached this stage. Just this game and then the final.
Well, one of the occasions of the calendar and in an atmosphere to match. We may well see a high-octane contest where both really look to test respective defences. I sincerely hope we avoid the alternative, which is a potential game of chess. Nobody wants that. It deserves much more.
And that gets things running. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. Gaitan. He's through the middle. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Rodriguez. Out to the left it goes. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Rodriguez. It's a promising ball. Shoots! He can pounce on that. There it is! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
I might sound a little harsh here, but the keeper, I felt, could have done a better job in ensuring that ball didn't go back out into the danger area.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Gaitan. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Oh, nice touch. Gaitan. He could be in, and the shot! He scored! And they're at it again, in double quick time.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
He's away! Cross deflected behind for a corner. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Breaks on here. Over to the left. He's had a go! And that's caused a worry or two.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Rodriguez. Half-time in the semi-final. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Oh, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. So off we go once more. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Hits one! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
He's tried one! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
They've played it short. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Gets it back. Gaitan.
Barely.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Gets wrestled off the ball. And it's played forward. And the counter is on. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, and they've made him a clear target of their focus to keep him as quiet as they possibly can.
Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Just brushed off the ball there. Keeper sends it forward. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger.
Chance!
And that will be the final act. They have made it, and they've deserved to make it. A fabulous cup run has gone all the way to the final day. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, they passed that test in flying colours, and they have every reason to believe that they can go all the way now.
Well, welcome to you and to our coverage of semi-final day. Has to be said, we have an atmosphere here that is really buzzing. Both teams terrifically well represented, fans hopeful, expectant. As well they might be, there is no shortage of belief on either side that it will be their team at the expense of the other, their team alone, which will be lifting the trophy come the final. Minarao, a truly impressive arena here, high up in the great altitude of Belo Horizonte. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
Well, one of the occasions of the calendar, and in an atmosphere to match. We may well see a high-octane contest where both really look to test respective defences. I sincerely hope we avoid the alternative, which is a potential game of chess. Nobody wants that. It deserves much more.
So it's away we go then. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Keeper sends it forward. Receives it in a good position. Hoists it forward. Plays it out to the flank. Played back in. Timely intervention. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Arias. He's got options out wide. And that's been well dealt with.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Good ball, it's found its target.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Gets into a dangerous position. And the through ball is intercepted. Defender's on the back foot. What an adventurous run from a defender. And now they can launch a counter. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Now can he finish? And it's played forward. Half-time in the semi-final.
So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless.
So your views on the first half?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break. 0-0. Already up and running for the second half.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
Pizzi. And the counter is on. Maxi Rodriguez tries lifting it over. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Arias. Wasn't easy.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet. Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Chance! And he's hits one! And the follow-up, it's in! And late in the day, a telling moment.
possibilities there, great stuff.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. It's a brilliant interception. Forward it goes. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
And he's there to cut it out. That's it, they are out. So the manager walks amongst his players and applauds the fans. Terrific show of dignity this. It must be the hardest thing for him to do. He knows that his side had a genuine chance. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Listen, I can tell you that losing the final is not as bad as the semi-final, because at least you get to sample a huge occasion. Having lost the semi-final or two, I can also tell you it's a horrible experience, and I really feel for these lads.
Well, welcome everybody. You join us here for our coverage of what is set to be a truly exciting final. Formalities are underway. Everybody is soaking up an energetic, highly charged atmosphere within the ground. The teams will be with us very shortly. We look forward, of course, to that special moment. In the meantime, we take in the feeling of excitement and euphoria ahead of what should be a really outstanding final. This is, of course, the Maracanã. It is a vast stadium, which many, and rightly so, consider the spiritual home of the World Game. Both teams, Jim, eyeing the ultimate prize here, unerring focus and determination in all of those eyes.
Yes, Peter, I've been a winning finalist and I've been a losing finalist, and I don't need to tell anyone what I preferred. Winning will help fans remember you for a long, long time, so I sincerely wish both teams well and hope that all the players can give a good account of themselves, and you've heard it before, may the best team do it.
final gets underway.
Look, we can only hope for a final that will be... Chance!
Yes, it's there! That could turn out to be a big, big goal. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant setup and finish.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, certainly the big occasion and a very big opening goal to boost everyone's confidence here.
Gets it back. It's come loose. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. He's gone for it! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Still a cracking effort. Really looked like a man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
Hoists it high, and it's got through. He's had a shot! And it's played forward. A real chance to break. Dinks one in. It's found. He's had a shot! Oh, he couldn't get hold of it.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Tries to get it forward quickly. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. There has been just the early goal here, and the score is 1-0. Gorgeous control there. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. And the defence can get it clear. Rolando. Plays it out to the wing. Maxi Rodriguez. He could be it. Shot at goal! Oh, another save.
Well, look, believe me when I tell...
Whistle's gone, and we've reached the halfway point of the final. So there you have it, a close fought half of football, but it still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. And all the pieces game up to now. Half time in the final, Jim. How do you read it?
Well, it's obvious who's likely to be more content going in at half-time, but I sincerely hope that there's a fitting response from the opposition to really engage us on the big occasion.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back underway here.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Tevez lobs it in gently. Decent looking ball. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Has a On the touchline, it seems there's going to be a change. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Nicely controlled. Kings it out wide. Aimed in towards the centre. Out to the right. He's made sure that that won't get through. The changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Well positioned to make that interception. And they've been caught out here. He's played him through. Gets away from his opponents. And the shot! Was a given. It always was.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Defence has got rid of that. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. And so the moment has come. The trophy shimmers as they prepare to receive it. A never-to-be-forgotten moment. What a moment this is for all connected with the team. It's a day for pride, a day for glory, another grand chapter to be added to their glittering history.